guys, the coolest thing happened today. The most amazing thing that could ever happen happened today, this morning, in TA. I was in TA, just sitting there, and our TA teacher, Miss Christ, told us that that another TA was going to be coming over, and we were going to have this PBS lesson. And so, like, okay, that's okay. And when they came over, there was this sub who was subbing for Miss Downey. And she got out this piece of paper, and she was reading from it about the lesson. And I didn't really get the lesson at all, because it was like, she literally just went into how kids should be happier, and how, like, how we should enjoy our, like, being kids while we can, and how being an adult is so terrible and stressful, and that we should completely just relax and enjoy childhood. And that just got me so mad, like ridiculously mad, because it's like she didn't even understand that we have stress and anxiety, and how it's so much worse than when you're an adult, because you have people constantly looking over your shoulder telling you if you're right or wrong. And I know bosses do that, but usually when you have a job, you only have one boss. We have like 50 bosses telling us constantly what to do, and usually bosses just kind of sit back and just kind of supervise. But no, teachers, they get all up in your face and be like, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, fix it. And it's like, dude, we are so much more stressed out than a lot of people with minimum wage jobs, which is, honestly, if you live in Brookfield, that's probably what you're gonna get. Like, that's just the slow and skinny of it. That's what you're gonna get. A minimum wage job is like a gas station or something. It's like they teach us all this long division and all these different things, and it's like, I'm never gonna use this ever. Do you know what town we live in? It's like, no, we're not ever gonna use any of this. But that's getting off topic. I just raised my hand and I was like, yeah, I have something to say. And I just got into how kids probably are more stressed than most adults, because for 5 days a week, we're completely expected to do all this work to completely comply with everything teachers say, everything, like, comply with being bossed around for 5 days straight. Just more and more is expected of us daily. Just more and more is expected of us, and we can't adapt to that. We are kids. Our brains are not fully formed, and that's not an excuse. It's a fact. It's a true fact. And it's like they don't even acknowledge that. But it's like they expect so much of us, but they still think that we're below them. And it doesn't make sense to me. It's like they think that they're helping us by pushing us, but no, all they're doing is making it so much worse by inviting anxiety into our lives. Sometimes even depression. And frankly, the suicide rate has gone up in this, not only in everywhere, in that school specifically. You know why? Because of that freaking school. Because of the bullies in that school, because of the teachers, specifically the teachers. The teachers are the reason that people actually kill themselves in this freaking school. And frankly, they make me so mad, because they don't even acknowledge that anxiety exists. And they have the nerve to tell us that we should enjoy something that is literally torture. They tell us to enjoy being tortured. That's completely masochism. Excuse me, but I am not a masochist. Apparently teachers are, because they think it's so easy. So apparently they're masochists. I don't know. Are teachers masochists? I'm not. Please don't answer that question in the comments. I really don't want to know. But yeah. It's like they think that our lives are just so easy. And it's like, no, we have more stress than you do. And there's just so much more that I said in class that I just can't even remember right now, because I was just so in the zone at the moment. And I'm really not, because I'm just more tired than anything. And I just got into all of this and how it's so unfair to kids, because no matter what, it seems like if you're older than me, you're automatically right. And it's just, that's not how it works. Yeah, I'm 12, but I could still be right. It's like, if you're an adult, it's like they think that no matter what, if you're a kid, then you're wrong. That's just how that's how every single adult that I've talked to sees things. And that's sad, because I've talked to a lot of adults. And they tell me that I can go up to them and talk to them at any time if I have an issue. But no, I can't. Because as soon as I actually get into the real stuff about how they're actually doing stuff wrong, they get onto me and tell me I'm being disrespectful. You're being disrespectful to me. As soon as you break that barrier of respect, you tell us to respect you, start respecting us. And that's what they say with, like, the issue with parents and kids rebelling. They say that somewhere along the line, the respect got broken. And it's like, yeah, that got broken as soon as you stopped respecting us. I don't get it, dudes. I don't get why they think they're so right. Do you have any idea how many times I correct a teacher daily? So many times. Not only grammar mistakes, but actual, like, geological mistakes and factual mistakes. That's sad. A 12-year-old correcting a 40-year-old teacher? That's sad. It really is. And it would be okay if it was like, oh, once or twice, maybe 3 times, maybe 4. But no, it's every single day with almost every single teacher I have. And that's ridiculously sad. But that's getting into stuff that I'm not even supposed to be talking about. But it's really sad. And at the end of my huge speech, which was like 10 times longer than this, everyone actually clapped. There were 2 TAs in that class, about 40 people, and all of them clapped. I was happy. Everyone clapped. And even the 2 teachers complimented me on actually standing up for myself. I was fully expecting to be sent to ISS, which is in-school suspension. So, yeah. I was expecting to go to suspension, but no. I got complimented. That was amazing. And then even when I went to my next few blocks, people kept walking up to me and were like, man, you're really good. That was a really good speech. You should be a therapist. And it was like, okay. And even a para, Miss Kelly, was talking to me about it, and she's like, man, you were really good at that. And I was like, thank you. And everyone was complimenting me on it, and I started ranting about it to Miss Kelly, and we started talking about it. And then just skipping to the end of the class, I was just doing my thing, and then the sub walks up to me, and she was like, do you really think teachers don't listen to you? And so I just started rambling to her about how unfair it is and how teachers don't care a lot of the time. And I know a lot of them do. And even if they do care for like a day or two, after that, it's completely just brushed over. Because, oh, they're a kid, they're going to forget about it anyway. And like, no, I'm not going to forget about it. Yeah, I forgot my birthday there for a few seconds, but that doesn't mean I'm going to forget about this huge issue. Frankly, I have social phobia, frankly. So if I'm walking up to you and talking to you about this, especially you being an adult, and an actual issue that I want to address in a way that might not be so respectful, yeah, I care about it quite a bit. That is quite a big issue if I actually walk up to you as you being an adult and me being a kid. I hate confrontation. I hate it so much. I avoid it at any time I can. If I walk up to you and you're an adult and I try to address an issue and I actually talk to you and don't write a letter or something, I am pretty passionate about this subject, and you better take it seriously. Yeah, you better take it seriously. Because I have a terrible social phobia. So yeah. And a lot of times it isn't taken seriously. You know why? Because I'm a freaking 12-year-old. And people don't care about 12-year-olds. And that's sad. Because frankly, us 12-year-olds, we're your next generation. So you better start caring. I don't even know who I'm talking to at this point. I really hope none of my teachers watch this. I highly doubt they will, but if they do, I'm screwed. Oh, and that reminds me. When I was talking to that sub, she asked me if I wanted her to bring this up with Miss Wilbeck, the principal, and I was like, no. Please no. Please no. Please no. Please no. Please no. And she's like, why not? Because I'd just be so scared. Why would I want that? And she's like, well, I think she would really listen and really take in your ideas and stuff. And I was like, that's actually a good idea. And so we got talking about it, and I was like, yeah, sure, bring it up with Miss Wilbeck. And she was like, yeah, I'll tell her that you want to talk to her. And I was like, what have I done? So yeah, now I'm going to have to talk to the principal in one room. Just me and her. Complaining. I'm scared. I may have doofed myself, guys. I may have doofed myself. But still, dudes, it's ridiculous. And that school thinks it's doing so well. No, it isn't. Frankly, that school is the cause of my anxiety. And my social phobia. So, yeah. And I'm going to tell Miss Wilbeck that. I'm going to tell her how unfair it is. And all she's going to do is sit back and be like, oh, you're over-exaggerating it. You're 12. You don't really care. And frankly, I do care. And so should you. Because frankly, she tries. She tries so hard to make the school perfect. And every single time she fails so miserably. It's so terrible. I hate her so much. Because she's such a bad principal. And she thinks she's so good at it. She really does. And it's ridiculous. Because she isn't even close to being an even decent principal. Jeez, I really, really hope she doesn't watch this video. Oh, if she does, I might get OSS, which is out of school and suspension. So yeah, that would suck. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I really hope my point actually gets across, and I hope there's at least like one or two like actual adults watching this who are actually taking into account how kids feel and how beneath you we feel every single day. And I swear, I'm not just talking for myself. Everyone in that room agreed with me 110%. You have any idea how many kids walk up to me and were like, dude, like, you're so right. And like how they were just so scared to bring it up themselves. And it wasn't even just kids that I talked to, and I have a very small friend group. People actually walked up to me that I haven't talked to in months. And they actually complimented me and told me that I was right. And that's pretty freaking rare. So yeah. This isn't just me. This isn't my personal opinion. This is fact.